And I was watching Adam Carolla. I said, good Lord, I just don't believe it. I watched this later. I don't believe it, how he grew up, but he made it.
Okay, but you got to tell people, if they don't know, he grew up very poor, basically. And his parents,
Adam Carolla.
He said his dad, probably from when he was like 12 to 18, as far as spending any actual money on anything nice for him, anything more than the necessities, food, water, the housing.
And what kind of food?
He said he probably spent about $500 on him between like 12 and 18 or whatever age.
Really?
You know, just on anything like anything extra that he might have needed.
But for crying out loud, the poor guy, I mean, he not only poor, not only he didn't have good food to eat, he didn't have heat, he didn't have air conditioning.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't have toys, he didn't have clothes, he didn't have good home, nobody cared about him, and I don't understand. He turned out fine, but what kind of, his father, he was psychiatrist, for crying out loud. What kind of psychiatry, I mean, education is that if he, you know, doesn't care about his kid? And how, and he didn't give the kid good life.
Didn't even give him a middle name. He never had a middle name growing up.
Not only that, I mean, I grew up in this nice place overseas in Greece and everything, and even here I come back here, I made life for myself and everything, but I did have good food and good clothes and good friends and good schools and everything. I don't understand. I did the best with my kids, you know, the best I know how. Private schools, private music lessons, blah 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 blah, all the 9 yards, you know. I give them good food, good heat and warm, you know, winter, cool summers and stuff, you know, buying all the electronics, the PlayStations, all that. You remember all these 9 yards, the Suncoast stuff, video, all right, name it. And how we pay tons of money on private music teachers and everything. Thank you. You know, I'm not complaining. That's the best investment. But why are you laughing?
Nothing.
But I'm saying, how can a parent not to have heat and air condition and food in the house? And his daddy was psychiatrist, and his mother, what his mother was?
She didn't work.
Oh, she didn't work.
She was on welfare.
Because she didn't want to lose her welfare.
Yeah.
Now, how the hell you like that? I mean, anyway, I felt so bad. And I saw him last night, and he was, you know, he can look more than Italian he looks, you know. He's such a, anyway.
He's got the curly hair.
Yeah, and the thick eyebrows and everything. But I'm saying, in his life, he was lousy up to 30 years old or something, you know.
Yeah, he was
digging
broke.
digits and everything. He was broke every day. I mean, you know. Anyway, he turned his life around. He's
with
doing,
Jimmy Kimmel. They both got into radio. Well, Jimmy was in radio first,
so
and Adam did little bits.
So he's doing good now and everything, and I'm happy for that. But I'm saying my main point is, and I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna hang up. I gotta go to bed. Okay? You say not gonna film, and look, I am blah 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 blah. Now, blah in my mouth. Anyway, but his daddy was psychiatrist. Okay? What kind of psychiatrist? I mean, what kind of patients he had? What did he tell his patients? What? I mean, I swear, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. What did he tell his patients? And he couldn't guide his boy. He had no guidance. He didn't teach them anything.
No.
Nothing.
Said nobody smiled, nobody laughed.
Yeah. No, he didn't even have a ball to kick, you know, like a football to go out with his friends and play and everything. I don't understand. And I want to know, did his parents acknowledge what they did? Or they're just, go on with their life forever and say, well. And did Adam communicate with his parents now?
He does, yeah. But he says basically, like, even now, his dad has no idea what he's written in his books. So his dad doesn't know all the bad stuff Adam's written about his parents. Or he would criticize him on the radio and say, look, they're never going to hear the show. So, what does it matter?
Serious?
Yes.
Did Adam give them money or?
Yeah. Adam bought his dad a car, or at least a car.
Really?
It was funny. I was listening to an old Loveline episode. So a car dealer called in to the show and offered Adam some advice, or because back then the Prius was new, the Toyota Prius. So he was giving an advice on how to order the Prius and how the the battery worked with the car, because it's part battery powered, the car. And the dealer was asking Adam, what color do you want? He said, I don't care. My dad's driving it. It could be S brown for all I care. He said not only that, it could have a swastika scratched onto the hood with a Confederate flag on top of the car, and I wouldn't care. It makes no difference. Yeah, so he bought stuff for his dad.
And his mother?
I don't know. I'm sure he did, but I don't know.
I'm not. I'm just surprised how this thing. I don't understand it.
It's a funny story, yeah. And my mom knows this because I'm a fan of Adam Carolla. I don't agree with everything.
I'm a fan of him too. Well,
yeah,
no, I don't, but I like him.
I'm interested in how he talks, and he's very observant.
I like him.
Especially when he was on Loveline. I thought he was very effective then. He had all this ability to tune into what people were saying and listen. And he had this great comedic ability and delivery. Mm-hmm. And he does a lot of podcasts, and I don't really listen to the podcast, but yeah, and him and Dr. Drew. Now, did you see when he was on Jimmy Kimmel, he talked about Dr. Drew and how his wife, Paulina, is always difficult
No, I didn't
him?
catch that.
He said Dr. Drew's wife is so pushy and difficult with him. Like, he's always, basically whipped by her. He's wrapped around her, basically whatever she wants. Like, if they want to take a trip to Vegas, Adam and Drew and stuff. But he's got to bring his wife and kids. He's got triplets. And Adam says, it just ruins the trip if you're going to bring your family.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like Adam. I think he's a cool guy, and he turned his life around, and that's good. He
and Dr. Drew used to host Loveline together, and now they have a podcast, the Adam and Dr. Drew podcast, or Adam and Drew podcast. Yeah, I dropped the lens cap there. Give it to me.
There you go.
So, say what you were just saying.
No, I'm just saying about Adam Carolla. I really feel so bad. How can a parents, because you bring kids in the world, how can you raise them like that? This is so totally inhuman. Unhuman or inhuman? Inhuman. And we're talking about, again, psychiatrists. For crying out loud, they're psychiatrists. And treat his boy like that? I don't want to say the wrong thing, but in my head, in my heart, in my, mind, where the hell he got his education, his degree, his psychiatrist degree, in the cereal box? That is unheard. I never heard anything like that. We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for our kids, and that's fine. I'm not even regret. Not even everything. It was worth it. Everything is worth it. But how? I just don't understand. And I like Adam. I think he's a cool guy. I like the way he talks. I like everything about him. And I'm so happy he turned his life around. I'm so happy he's so successful, So, I don't know. Like I said, where he got his education? In the cereal box? I just don't understand that. But I just want to know what they're doing now. How his parents, Adam Carolla's parents, thinking now. Do they say, oh, I wish I have done this different. I wish I did raise their kids in a different way, in a right way. What? Do they acknowledge what they did or what?
I'll send this to Adam Carolla. I'll leave this as a question for him. Hopefully he'll answer it.
Okay, Adam. I'm thrilled for you. I'm happy for you. You have, you turn your life around, and you have your family and your children and your wife, and it's just, and you're doing so well. I know you're working hard, but that's a life, But you're doing real good. Okay. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. What was that? Ah! Turn it off. Turn this damn thing off. I'm going. It's so dark. I can't turn it off so I can see. Oh, turn this damn thing off. I gotta go in.
Okay, go.
No, I can't because I can't see with this damn thing. Just turn it off so I can have the light on the street.
Okay.
I have the glare in my eye. Go, boy.